terms refer to the different ways in which each style of loom creates a shed. The shed is the space that is created when the warp is lifted or lowered. When you step on a treadle on a jack loom, the shafts that are tied to the treadle go up. The jacks are the levers that make this action happen. The advantage of a jack loom is that you can step on more than one treadle at a time. You can tie up the treadles in a wide variety of combinations, and you only have to tie up the treadles that rise. Jack looms put a slightly disproportionate amount of tension on the warp. The warp threads that rise are under greater tension than the warp threads that don't. If you have a really wide warp or you need to tie up a lot of shafts to a single treadle, the treadles can get quite heavy to lift. This can be alleviated if you have enough treadles to split the tie-up between more than one treadle. Counterbalance and countermarche looms place even tension on the warp by lifting and lowering the warp ends at the same time. These looms are a good choice when firm even tension is required, such as when weaving with linen or making rugs. The difference between these two styles of looms is how the action of lifting and lowering happens. On a counterbalance loom, two shafts are connected to each other. When you step on a treadle, one connected shaft goes up and its counterpart goes down. This creates even tension on the raised and lowered warp ends. Counterbalance looms are also extremely easy to treadle, making them a good choice for weavers with hip or back issues. They are usually limited to 4 shafts and don't work well with unbalanced weave structures. Countermarche looms can accommodate more shafts, weave almost any type of cloth, and of these 3 loom types, they provide the most even and tight tension. The action of the treadle is conveyed to the shaft via 2 sets of lambs located below the shafts. Treadles that are tied to the upper set pull the warp ends down. Treadles that are tied to the lower set pull the warp ends up. Countermarche tie-ups take the most planning of all 3 loom types. Which loom type is right for you depends on what you want to weave, your budget, and how comfortable you find each loom. The best way for you to find your perfect loom is to take a few for a test drive. Our loom room is waiting for you.